Hey everybody, finally getting around to working on my bike. Been making a noise in the transmission, thinking that's where it's coming from. I had posted a video last year about it, and I just haven't had time to get around to doing it, so finally making the time. I had to make a space to work on it too. I didn't want to just work on it outside. Doing an oil change outside is fine, but when you gotta actually take the engine, take the transmission apart, and who knows how long it's going to be apart because of getting parts for whatever the issue is. I don't know what it is yet. So I'm going to start by disassembling the primary and see what's going on in there. I'm going to drain the oil in that now, and I'll get going. That's not bad. Got some movement in the chain, which is good. A lot of times these adjusters adjust too far. I've had it where this one was tight. It was really tight. I couldn't move it at all. And I backed it off. And put it back together. And it's been okay. Next step is to take out the adjuster and then get a block of wood so that way I can loosen this up. I'm going to take the ring out here and so I can get to the nut that's inside here holding the clutch in. Okay. All right. That one started. There we go. Got it, didn't lose it. All right. Yeah, that was much easier than I expected it to be. Alright, so I'm going to take this out. I'm not exactly sure how heavy it is. I'm sure it's not light. Alright, that'll make it easier. For now, I'm just going to leave it in there like that. Just easier to move around. Okay, so just got the clutch and the chain. Alright, get the compensator and all of the plates and keep going proper order here. So that's my next thing, is to get the inner primary off. Okay, now that I broke them all loose with the ratchet, I'm just going to use the impact to take them the rest of the way out. So that step is done. Let me get this out of the way instead of just putting it there. It's been a few days now since I last recorded. You can see I got the exhaust off. I removed the bags. Got the rest of the primary off of it, and I had to order the tool, the socket here, to remove the nut from the drive sprocket. So that's what I'm going to do now. I got these two Allen head nuts to get off. So let's get started with that. Just take a dead blow hammer on, make sure I get it in there good. Alright, I'm going to put the protector on here. Don't want to mess up the threads on the shaft. I got this tool off of eBay. I think it was like 40 bucks. Not bad. I know I've seen some people, they make their own, but I don't have a welder, so this was cheaper. Alright, I don't know if this impact is going to be able to do this or not. I don't know if this is going to spin on me freely anyway, so see what happens. Alright, not moving. I'm going to give it one more shot, and if it doesn't work, then I'll break out the air tool. Alright, I'm going to try a little bit of heat. I don't have a working torch. I get this little lighter, but it has like a torch into it, not just a lighter. So check the temperature with my infrared thermometer, and it's at 65 degrees. So I'm gonna try heating it up. Hopefully I don't cause fire. I didn't put too much heat to it, but an hour or so ago I did take some PB Blaster and sprayed that on there, and then just a little bit of heat that you saw me do, and go at it again with the impact wrench, and I got it off. Yeah, it's not that hot. It's a little warm, not hot. Alright. We'll take this off. And take the nut off. Got that loose. And here she is. Alright, so the next thing is the race off of here. That race may have walked itself back a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this on there. Okay, so the transmission fluid's draining, and just wanted to show you this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see much of that. Let me get behind the camera so I can see what's showing. Try to get the focus. Okay, trying to get the focus on that. There's definitely some metal in there. Fairly good sized pieces too. Alright, while that's draining, I'm going to come over here and loosen the clutch cable. Alright, I'm going to pull the trap door. Anyway, so I'm going to pull the trap door off there. Okay. It's yeah. Get a mallet. It does not want to budge. And I keep checking to make sure I got all the screws out, and I do. There we go. Man, there is definitely a lot of metal on my gloves. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but my gloves are all shiny. It's like glitter. Okay. Next is to take off the top of the transmission. Okay, so I've loosened up most of the Allen heads on the top of the transmission. It does not want to budge. Not easy to get to it on this side. It's off. And that oil, it's in there, it's like slime. Alright, so we're going to loosen up this nut on here on the main shaft. I got the sprocket back on the other side, and I'm going to hold the brake down. My leg's probably in the way, but I got to hold the brake and loosen this up. There it goes. I'm going to go ahead and tap on this side, and that should move it enough on the other side so I can get the tool on there to remove it. Let's see if this moves. Alright, start move. And I'm going to go to the other side. I'll bring it over there. before I go any further, I'm going to put some heat on there. I don't have a big torch, I just got this little thing. Alright, it's moving. Don't know what all that popping is. I guess it's just trying to slide. See, that's all it does. Alright. It's off. I'll show you the close-up here of the race. Alright, I don't know if you can see the, right there I can see it, the marring on that bearing. Right there, you can see it doesn't look so good on the race of the bearing, that is. Alright, I'm going to put the hub back on, the sprocket rather, because I got one more bolt on the other side to break loose. I gotta break loose the 2 bolts. I already got one, so that way this would pull this way a little further. And I'm gonna loosen up the other one while I have the ability to. Ouch. Yeah. A little torch, you wouldn't think it would do the job, but it's enough. There she goes. All right. Okay. Those are loose. Now I'm going to work on pulling this side apart. Give it a little tap with the hammer. Alright, it's loosening up. You see some movement. I'm going to give it some light tap from the other side. Very gentle. Now I'm take the bracket off first. Okay, got my bench cleaned up, so I'm going to move this, pull it out, and move it over to the bench. And hopefully I don't have a lot of leakage. Yep. Make sure you pull out the dipstick. And hopefully there's nothing else that needs to come out. I'm going to pull gentle. Very gently. Feel something. Alright. Hold on just a second there. Go to the other side and look. One thing I didn't do was tape up the splines on the shaft to protect the seal, but I got it this far apart. I'm not going to reuse the seal, so I'm not worried about that. Alright, here she goes. Okay, and on the bench.